disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We about to give him something new, Mike. Yeah. 3X's. Y'all ready? Whether flaming a mic or flaming a blunt, he gon' keep it a bean and say what he want. He was the first one doing his hair, they all stealing. We only gon' give you the truth like Ron Killings. Yeah, guard feelings cause they might get hurt. Got a hold on his game, H fighting Kurt. 16 years strong, even doing this thing well. While these other dudes losing their edge like Gangrel. Look, find a seat while I ride the beat. When it come to podcast, he's the tribal chief. I'm talking Major, the Genesis, Sega, and anything we still wondering about. That's why we got Michaela. As long as he here, you other dudes might shine. The only brother that can outdo the pipe bomb icon. Do it for the people like The Rock. Welcome to the show, introducing Mike Knoxxx. Yeah. Let's go.
I don't know how I get out of the scene. To talk professional wrestling. What the hell? I got this. To talk professional wrestling. Listen, guys. Make sure you get in, you tune in, you're listening to right now. You like, follow, subscribe, share this with all your friends and family. On the bell notification goes live, we go live. Make sure you follow us at Mike Knoxxx. To the D, because I spell my name with 3 X's. You already know why I'm hardcore. But also make sure you follow my Toes to the Rock and Rolls, my social producer, media holding me down backstage, Mr. King Von Jr., 301 King Von Jr. on the Twitter. Make sure you guys holler at him, as well as the Tourist Ones podcast, even every single Wednesday. Is it Thursday now? Wednesday nights now. But so Monday Night Raw came, because this is the best of the week in pro wrestling. And I will speak, and I have to speak on what's going on, Tommy T? I have to speak on the injustice that they did to now all of a sudden y'all want to start liking and supporting one Suge Sikoa. Oh, now WWE, they dropping the ball. They don't see how important Suge Sikoa is to the culture. I'm sorry. The culture? The culture of what? Professional wrestling? The one you guys were not watching him do as he's been the best in that bloodline next to Roman Reigns for well over 2 years? But it's okay. I digress. Y'all go somewhere and yeet. But listen, the storyline tells us. Why does it tell us, though, that, because listen, if you did not see this on Raw coming, because none of y'all did. I didn't even see this on Raw coming. I love Solo Sikoa. I've been a fan of Suge Sikoa for a long time. But watching the crowd, the way he reacted, hey, everybody safe back there? You know what I mean? Like, Suge Sikoa owned this entire segment to go out there and lose to Jay so they can return him to the bloodline? Come on, Martin. Come on, Martin. You got to do something better than that, right? You got to be telling me more than you're gonna just sicking back to the bloodline, right? And that's the deal, right? Like Solo. I mean, like Jacob, right? People saying, "Oh, there's no way he's gonna go," and he kind of has to, right? Wasn't that the match qualifications? Well, we shall see. That is the question. But if he is back with the bloodline, again, it's the greatest storyline in the history of professional wrestling. And so I will give it the benefit of the doubt. But this had people all pissed off on Monday, Vaughn. Like Monday night, when they saw this, I'm sitting there myself. I'm saying, I say this a lot to myself. I go, self, which is Michael, what the? I'm sorry. This is the same fans that were, was booing Charlotte Flair, and now they They scream her name at the top of their lungs. Did somebody say Charlotte Flair?
Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler. Of all time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'll wait, because I'm not. But say it ain't so, right? So I'm going to wait to see, because I reserve the right to do that. I'm more curious and intrigued, right, that instead of me getting this tonight, which I'm okay with, I want to see how this pans out. I really do. I'm more concerned with what happens now, right? Because we know Roman is in this tournament, right? This tournament with Roman Reigns and AAA. And I get it. I understand it. You're trying to get AAA over, right? You got to kind of get AAA over for whatever reason with the American fans, right? They've been doing a decent job so far, I would think, Vaughn. But we're going to have a tournament, right? Penta goes on after beating Laredo Kid. We'll take on La Parker, who beat Psycho Clown. Now we got Dragon Lee, which probably Dragon Lee is going to win. Ray Phoenix. Now, come on, like this is all for what? For him to stack him, smash him, pin him? I mean, I'm okay with that, but I could have swore wrestling fans, you kind of get mad when this happened. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm all for the smash them, stack them, pin them that you can give me. Okay, pause. Did somebody say that? Yeah, I'm sorry, Tony. That didn't come out right the way it's supposed to came out. But you get my drift. Okay? So I'm here for this tournament a little bit. But to me, that was raw. Right? AEW, I'm kind of Swerve, what the fuck you doing? That's why I don't even have a lower third for you, Swerve. Like, you went from 2 years ago to the best wrestler in the world. Definitely the best in AEW. Got hurt, came back. You talk about this power, but you keep losing. Okay, I digress. Black Girl Magic on scene, because I got this on today, because Chelsea Green. And we're going to talk about Chelsea Green coming up here momentarily, because did they make the right decision with Chelsea Green? Peace, Mike Knoxxx, the solo situation. There's a twist in the story. Remember, I told you, yeah. Yeah, you didn't say yes. You said, yeah. Okay, so was that like, okay, I'll let that slide. Don't play the clip. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Okay, that's not what we're about today. We cannot be doing those kinds of things. Anyway, right? So you heard it here first. Well, of course, there's a twist in the story. I don't think we heard it here first necessarily. I'm not going to discredit you in any way at all. But, I mean, it has to be a twist, right? Let's do the twist. I know I'm getting old when I start singing shit like that, Vaughn. What the fuck? Don't let that stuff come out my mouth no more, okay? Right? We know that there's a twist, but I'm okay with waiting to see what the twist is, right? They were booing immediately. Like I said, the same wrestling fans that was not checking for Shug Sikoa, that are now checking for Shug Sikoa, are the same wrestling fans that didn't cheer for Rusev Day until it was too late. The same ones that booed Charlotte Flair. Oh, shit. I said it. I mean, if he said it, it must be true.
Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler. Of all time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Take over, Vaughn. I'll be right back. Nope, I'm here. Okay. So, let's go ahead, right? So, I'm with this. What's going on, DC the Collector? Vaughn backstage holding it down. Roman versus Penta would definitely be something epic to see. Really? Remember when he threw Dominic Mysterio out the ring? He was getting... Well, I'm sorry, with all due respect. Dominic Mysterio's a bigger star than Penta. That's all I'm saying. Is Penta a better wrestler? Yes. But is he a bigger superstar? And why you think Dom's a superstar? Because he had his daddy, Eddie Guerrero, fight for him in the ring. So you got to call me Poppy. That's why. It wasn't because Roman whooped his ass all those years ago and gave him his whippings, gave him his testing. But listen, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back here, y'all, with This Week in Wrestling History. We're going to talk about, did they make the mistake? Did Chelsea Green, did she deserve to keep this title? How do you think about it? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. We'll be right back, y'all. The Mike Knoxxx Show.
Yo, 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 it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson,
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show,
That's 3 X's because he's hardcore.
present This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is King Vaughn Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfect Talk Radio, here to give you the week in wrestling history. On August 17th, 2008, SummerSlam aired, and of course, SummerSlam took place, and it was the very first pay-per-view of the PG era. The Undertaker defeated Edge in a Hell in a Cell match in the main event, but more notably, John Cena suffered a herniated disc in a match against Batista. This kept him out of action until Survivor Series. On the same day in 2014, Suplex City, SummerSlam became Suplex Slam, when Brock Lesnar completely dominated John Cena to win the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Championship. 16 German suplexes and 2 F5s later, and we had a new face of the company. Also on that same night, Stephanie McMahon competed in her first match since 2003 in a win against Brie Bella. August 18th, 1993, WCW presents Clash of the Champions 24 as Big Van Vader defeated Davey Boy Smith in the main event to retain the WCW World Championship. More famously, the Shockmaster made his debut, in the backstage segment. And of course, on the same day in 1996, SummerSlam 96 was headlined by Shawn Michaels vs. Vader for the WWF Championship. The match was restarted twice at the behest of Jim Cornette after both a DQ and a count-out win for Vader. Eventually, Shawn Michaels would win with Sweet Chin Music. On the same day in 2013, Daniel Bryan faced John Cena and won clean to claim the WWE Championship. However, after the match, special guest referee Triple H hit Daniel Bryan with the pedigree and allowed Randy Orton to cash in the Money in the Bank for the WWE title. Of course, on the same night at SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar defeated CM Punk in an excellent match. August 19th, 2001, in the midst of the invasion angle, WWE presented SummerSlam in San Jose. The card featured mainly WWE versus the Alliance, or WWF versus the Alliance matches, with several title changes, including The Rock defeating Booker T for the WWE Championship and Edge taking the WWE Intercontinental title from Lance Storm. August 20th, 1995, IWA Japan presented the Kawasaki Dream event in Kawasaki, Japan. The match featured the infamous King of the Deathmatch tournament. The final saw Cactus Jack defeat Terry Funk in no ropes, exploding barbed wire, exploding ring time bomb match. On the same day in 2006, the WWE SummerSlam took place at the TD Gardner Arena in Boston. The main event Edge retained the WWE Championship over John Cena. On the same day in 2016, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 took place at the Barclays Center. And of course, in the main event, we saw Shinsuke Nakamura defeat Samoa Joe to become the first ever 2-time NXT champion. Asuka successfully defends the NXT Women's title against Bayley, and the Revival defend the tag titles, and of course, in a match and win over DIY. Of course, SummerSlam. Of course, on the same day, of course, August 21st, 2005, SummerSlam took place at the MCI Center in Washington D.C. The event is most notably known for Shawn Michaels versus, let me go ahead and get this real quick, versus HH, if I can find the clip right now. But yeah, of course that's what it was. Like I said, Shawn Michaels facing HH. And of course, HH ends up winning, unfortunately. And of course, I was there that night. As far as birthdays, August 17th, Paige turns 34. August 19th, Lillian Garcia, of course, turns 54. Actually, no, 56 rather. Of course, August 20th. August 20th, Gunther turns 39. August 21st, Pac turns 40. August 22nd, Paul Ellering turns 73. The Usos turn 41. Apollo Crews turns 39. And that's a week in wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, 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 it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson,
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show,
That's 3 X's because he's hardcore.
present This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn. Yo, 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 it's crime time.
Thanks, Vaughn, for that. I appreciate that wisdom of wrestling knowledge and history. that you always display there. You know what I mean? And you know, I guess it's not going to be a show if you don't get it once, though. Yeah, but the only thing that really matters.
See, one without the other isn't any good. Oh, I knew he was going to do that.
I need to bring back my Bret Hart one, so I'm going to find it. But welcome back to the Mike Knoxxx Show, y'all. And we talk about did WWE make the right decision? And DC the Collector kind of went off a little bit. He said, hell yeah, she deserves to keep the title, kayfabe or not. You're supposed to defend your title every 30 days, not let her keep the title. 100%. Now, I get that. I get all of that. But we're talking about, this isn't, to me, when I say did they make the right decision, did she deserve it? Of course. I think we can all give her that, right? I think especially with the bad publicity that they took with the Unreal about her not being ready and that kind of stuff in the limelight, to get this title and then get hurt was kind of sad, right? So when we knew this, we knew that possibility of them taking a title, like this is what they typically do to those who are not Liv Morgan or who is not Rhea Ripley and those kind of big name female wrestlers that can hold it down. So this lets me to believe this was all pretty storyline, right? But this, either way, right, in this reality era that we live in, they did make the right decision. I thought it was absolutely the right decision to make because this is something typically they don't do. Like, I'm watching this on Friday night, and I'm you know, friends texting me back, you know, that's how wrestling goes. And I'm like, this is the most progressive thing that WWE has done in quite some time. Okay? I'm being honest. This isn't, I'm talking about Occupy Wall Street kind of, and that, hear me out. I'm not talking about on that level of the magnitude of what that meant, right? But we're talking about a company that does what they were about to do quite often. Right? We're talking about a company, we're talking about a wrestling company, right? In the wrestling business that gives us these rules of 30 days you have to defend, but they ignore the 100 days that Liv Morgan didn't defend her title for whatever reason for that, right? But then quickly put into this storyline, she has 30 days and we're going to give you 30 days to get a mask, get something. I thought that was pretty cool. I was watching WWE Legends on A&E channel and Steamboat was talking, was taking off 2 weeks for his firstborn son to be born, and Vince told him that he could not be without the title, WF to 30 days. What's going on, Jeffrey? I also appreciate you, Vaughn, for all your good, kind words. You do your weekend wrestling review. HH defended the world title 4 to 5 times a month. Victor Rodriguez chimes in. She needs the title. Let her hold it. I don't think she needs the title, right? We're talking about someone here, Vic, where I say all the time, the title makes the person, right? Like Trick Williams makes the title look good because he has the title, but Trick Williams, to me, doesn't need that title, right? Where, to me, that's Chelsea Green. I think she elevates a title because of her antics, because of her showmanship, because all the things I was wrong about her, right? I'm gonna stand by that, right? I wasn't the biggest Chelsea Green fan, and I was completely told I was wrong. I immediately started taking notice. When someone blatantly tells me, yo, I'm not paying attention, I start to pay attention. And I start to, as they say, if you're a big fan of Entourage, when you're just going to a restaurant, don't be fooled by what you see at first. You got to look for the underbelly. What was the underbelly with Chelsea Green? It's everything. Everything I loved about Carmella. Mella is money to me. Chelsea Green has, and probably even more. You know, for what it's worth. What's going on, Scott Thomas checking in. But I do think that she doesn't need the title, but I love to see the title on her. That's for damn sure. They pulled us in with the Chelsea Green segment. They did. I literally said that, Jeffrey, and I was like, holy shnikes, right? Because I'm watching Madden's house. So I'm in here playing it. My kids are there watching. I'm like, yo, y'all watching this? They're like, Dad, you're like 30 seconds ahead of us. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, they let her keep the title. Like, no one expected that. That, to me, again, If I'm wrong, I mean, I'm not mistaken to be wrong. Everybody can be wrong, hell. But comment below, let me know. When was the last time they were this progressive with where the world thought one thing and they did the opposite? Right? Again, we're coming off of Monday where there was a lot of, and again, this is WWE, in all fairness. How much of the noise do they actually fucking listen to? Right? Because, there's going to be this fan tell you this and this fan tell you this. And
contrary to everybody going out there and saying, online or whatever, this is where they're going. I know. I talked to a dude to another dude that talked to a dude that said he knew this. I can tell you none of them know.
So, and that's the thing, right? And then you have executive consultant. He chimed in on this page. He said, Chelsea Green is injured. Sympathies or not, she should have relinquished the title. She's an interim champion anyway. I think you don't let her get rid of the title. I think you let her keep it because the people wanted it. Chelsea can go. She's getting that Daniel Bryan love. Explain that a little bit more to me, right? Because Daniel Bryan love is like a love we have not seen in wrestling in a very long since. To me, Mick Foley's the closest to a Daniel Bryan rub, which is, and I get what you're gonna say because of what we saw in Unreal, right? And I'm always says to people, when a company doesn't want you or don't believe in you, you're not featured. I get there's a difference between having the title and them featuring you, but that's not the only way to bring in money is being their champion. She's a heater, is what they call in the wrestling business. You can put her with anybody, and she's going to draw everything, right? So Daniel Bryan wasn't quite that, right? Well, Daniel Bryan was blatantly 21st century, kind of be honest with you, Stone Cold, right? Your boss don't want you, but the people do. And he kind of was like, without the fingers, fuck my boss. I'm still going to do this. And they put him through all kind of trials and tribulations, and he succeeded with the power and the backing, power to the people, if you will. That should have been his slogan, right? Because the people got Daniel Bryan over. I understand it a little bit, but I tell you from a different perspective. How about that? Her gimmick is U.S. title base. She needs the top titles to evolve. Again, in the eyes of certain wrestling fans, I'm just going to disagree with that, right? And I understand. Again, the title is when we make our top list and we're saying what ranks them to be here. Titles matter. Right? That's why I put Roman where I put Roman. Right? Titles do matter. So I'm not saying they don't. And I get what you're saying. Right? Like, the title looks good on her. When she's champion, she rocks it. And I'm talking about aesthetically, she rocks it. Her character carries it. I get all of that. But she's those same things to me with or without that strap. But I get it. Give her the title. Watch her shoot to the moon. I give you that. I give you that. Unlike Jeannie Buss dumbass selling her last ticket to Los Angeles Lakers. I tell my kids now, if I die and I give them that say don't ever sell it, don't do that. Did Jerry Buss family not learn anything from the Jackson family? Michael Jackson said, do not sell the masters to the Beatles and Elvis when I die. Like, who sells the masters to Elvis Presley and the Beatles? I don't know. But I'm sorry, I got squirreled there for a moment because this really upsets me that Jeannie. I'm not even a Laker fan that she did that. DC chimes in, Mike, sometimes you are not paying attention until later. She has been knocking out the park almost immediately since she returned to WWE. No, I'm not saying you're 100% right. See, there's a difference between, again, the best thing I love about wrestling fans, it's crazy as it may sound, and not the ones that, it's real to me, damn it, they want to fight you type bullshit. The ones that we can all agree to disagree, right? I never thought she was trash. I just thought she couldn't go in the ring, was my perspective. I didn't see her anywhere else, right? I didn't catch her under the mask, right? And when I was told these things and pointed out, then I started seeing them. Sometimes, let's just be real, especially in the WWE, they elevate so many women because they're attractive that there's no talent there. With all due respect towards everybody's flavor of the last 2 years, Jada Parker's not that good in the ring. I love her to death, and she is amazing looking, right? But at some point, that tough-ass Puerto Rican got to soften up a little bit. Okay? Because at the end of the day, don't no dude want a roughneck type chick. If you want a stud, then she don't want you. And I'm not saying she is, or not. I'm just saying she has everything. I think Jada Parker has everything. Aesthetically pleasing, that is. But when it comes to that squared circle, I'm not convinced all the way. Just me. Okay? And I'm okay with that. And I'm going to still love her and give her that black girl magic love. Whatever you want to give her, you know, that melanin magic. Because that's what it is. But no, I think Chelsea Green deserves what they did. And again, I watched this on Friday night and I was blown away. I thought from that point on, SmackDown couldn't go down. Couldn't go left. It couldn't be a bad show to me from that point. And I don't think they under-delivered at that point. I love the Punk KO promo. I know a lot of people did not like that promo. Jada Parker needs more ring work. I agree. And I ain't gonna lie to you, Tony. You hate on everything, so I'm not sure if I'm agreeing with you on this one. I mean, I know I think that way. That's my man, yo. But you be hating on a lot of shit, yo. So I don't know about that one. But I do think she needs a little bit more ring work, too. That's just me. And I don't want them to rush her up, you know what I mean? And then you got to think about what's going on in that main roster also when they brought up, what's her name? They changed her name. Mariah May. They changed her name. Monroe. Blake Monroe. Right? And what they're going to do with that. Right? You see what they already did to Feathers. They already made her and gave her, what's old girl's gimmick? From the Wyatt family. Nikki Cross. Thank you, Michaela Wonders in the background. Oh, Dancing Swanson out for 4 to 6 weeks is oblique. Baseball season. But you can't be a natural born hater. I'm your fan's favorite fan and your hater's favorite hater. And every fan needs a little bit of hate inside of them. Okay? But I got you. But no, you be hating on shit like, it'd be like, oh man, it's a nice day outside. You'd be like, man, fuck that day. It's gonna rain. That's the kind of guy you are. But I think Chelsea Green should keep this title. I want to see her keep it past Interim. Like, I know that title is attached to her, right? The Interim title, the name Interim is attached to her. But I want her to beat Rhea Ripley when she comes back, right? Rhea Ripley, to me, hasn't been shit in the last year or two, right? Michaela Wonders went 2 years ago wanting me to spend $180 on a vest to now can't stand her. Because they've done nothing with her. You cannot dress evil. Okay? I'm sorry, I had a problem with Maleficent for years. Is Maleficent a good girl or a bad girl? You look at Maleficent, she's evil. But you come to find out she's a nice lady after all. You know what I'm saying? So, especially that Rhea's out for this long. Yeah, but she's going to come back and she's going to win. Because that's what they do. When they're gone for a long period of time, they come back, they give them the title. That's wrestling one-on-one. But listen, guys, my time is short before you guys today. I'm going to get my black ass up out of here and do what I like to do the most, and that's feed my children, take care of my family. So to do that, I want to thank all you guys for always tuning in, locking in with me here on the Mike Knoxxx Show. It is always a pleasure to be here before you. Shout out to my, you know what, you know you are. This for you.
Tonight's broadcast of The Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am, National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Masterhood.
My man Vic chiming in today. One part of No Man out there. But listen, guys, do me a favor. Don't wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me, and don't love God. That's crazy. And don't know for sure that Mike Knoxxx does what?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
Message. If you don't get it, well. Because like the Different World trailer that just dropped today.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black. I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back.
I'm serious, man. All you other podcasts out there trying to be like me and trying to post like me, like, I'm tired of hearing you motherfuckers. So please stop thinking you can beat me in anything that we do when it comes to wrestling debates.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
So please, just stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
And don't know that we forever will forever, and I mean forever, love